So take a look at these Trump voters again. So these working class people in, say, rural towns, manufacturing towns in Arkansas, and take a listen to what they're saying. These are men who want to work in coal mines, which is not fun, rather than to take a government handout. They don't want to sit on the couch and being given a government handout. That undermines their sense of dignity, of self-worth, of doing something significant. And I think that's what people are. You go back further, there's plenty of evidence for it. There's a wonderful study, a huge study of the reading habits of the British working class in the late 19th century. Jonathan Rose, very detailed study. What were British workers reading? It turns out they were better educated than the aristocrats. In, say, eastern Massachusetts, Boston, where I live, an Irish blacksmith, if he could make enough money, would hire a boy to read to him while he's working. I mean, I can remember this from childhood in the 1930s. Most of my family were immigrants, first generation unemployed working class. They were quite educated. Many of them didn't go to school, maybe fourth grade, but they read, they went to concerts, they went to Shakespeare plays, they talked about it, they were interested in politics. I think it's taken huge efforts to try to drive all of this out of people's heads. I think the natural thing for humans is to want to be independent, creative, whether creative, maybe you work on fixing up old cars in your garage on the weekend instead of sitting and watching television, whatever it may be. You want to do something that's significant, that's worthwhile, maybe even if it's a ugly, horrible job like working in a coal mine instead of taking a government handout. Because people, I think, want dignity and a sense of self-worth and a sense of creating and doing something important. That's what we are. And I think it's taken huge efforts, enormous efforts. A huge part of the economy is devoted to trying to drive these things out of people's heads, to make you think that all you want is more commodities. And so you should go shopping instead of reading, let's say.